Have you ever imagined how cool hacking would be? Have you ever done hacking before? Or are you thrilled to know those fun-filled hack tricks you see in the movies? But hacking is not what you see or have seen in the movies. Hacking is generally considered illegal, but at the same time, a majority of reports state that the art of hacking is legal too. Let us peek into some cool gadgets available on Amazon that would help you to get started in the hacking world. 1. Raspberry Pi 4. Raspberry Pi dominates the market of single-board computers, or SBC. Almost every security person uses this device. This is very useful. We can install the entire Kali Linux on this credit card-sized PC. Raspberry Pi also can be employed in many other projects. Cybersecurity experts use it in various ways. We can glimpse in Mr. Robot Season 1 Episode 5 how Elliot hacked the climate control network to pull down magnetic tapes. There are unlimited uses for Raspberry Pi for an ethical hacker. This device is a must-have for everyone in the InfoSec and programming field. This device converts any monitor into PC and is easy to use. You must connect the monitor's cable to its port, which is ready. It is small, but it has amazing features like 2 GB RAM. You can expand it up to 8 GB. It supports two 4K HDMI displays. After installing, you can run Linux, Windows, or Android and convert 2 monitors into PC at a time. 2. Raspberry Pi Zero W. The Raspberry Pi Zero W is a diminutive handheld computer ideal for carrying the best penetration testing software tools and handling all the external hardware hacking tools. The most common cybersecurity distro for it is Pwn P1 ALOA and Kali Linux. Pwn P1 is a heavily customizable USB attack platform based on a low-cost Raspberry Pi Zero or Raspberry Pi Zero W. The incomer of Pwn P1 is named Pwn P1 ALOA. We can also use it as a headless system without a monitor. This device is connected to a power bank in our bag, and we can control it from our mobile device in our hand using VNC. 3. USB Rubber Ducky. USB Rubber Ducky was created and developed by Hak5. Nearly every computing device accepts human input from keyboards, hence the ubiquitous HID specification, or Human Interface Device. Keyboards announce themselves to computers as HID apparatus and are in turn automatically acknowledged and accepted. The USB Rubber Ducky furnishes powerful payloads in seconds by taking the edge of the target computer's ingrained trust, all while deceiving humans by posing as an ordinary USB drive. Simply put, if we plug it into a computer, the computer thinks it is a keyboard and will inject or type, save, and execute our preset payload on the computer. This was made for good work, but is now used to hack people. It looks like a normal USB drive, but it controls the device. You can't recognize a hacker because it works internally and steals all your data without letting you know. There are lots of payloads available for this device. Also, we can easily write our code. This is one of the best ways to compromise a system having physical access. 4. Wi-Fi Pineapple. The Wi-Fi Pineapple is the original Wi-Fi attack tool designed by Hak5. There are 3 different models available from Hak5. They are all good, and here we choose the Mark 7 model for its value for money. Automate Wi-Fi auditing with all pristine crusades and get actionable upshots from vulnerability inspection reports. Command the airspace with a further interactive recon dashboard, and remain on target and in scope with the ultimate rogue entry point suite for progressive man-in-the-middle attacks. Next-gen network processors combine multiple role-based radios and the Hak5 patented Pine-AP suite to deliver impressive results, hardened and stress-tested for the most challenging environments. The new Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark 7 features an astonishing performance from an uncomplicated web interface with an extensive ecosystem of apps, automated pen test drives, and Cloud C2 for the remote key from anywhere. 5. USB Killer. Computers don't check the current flowing through USB because it uses the computer's power and can't transmit more voltage. But what if we took advantage of this to burn our entire system? When plugged into a machine, the USB Killer rapidly levies its capacitors from the USB energy lines. When the apparatus is charged, 200 VDC is discharged over the data lines of the host device. This charging cycle is repeated many times per second until the USB Killer is removed. As a result, target device becomes burned and unrepairable. The USB Kill is a device that stresses tests hardware. When plugged in, Energy is taken from a USB port, multiplied, and discharged into the data lines, typically disabling an unprotected device. The USB kill has become beyond a simple plug-and-zap apparatus. The new V4 hardware framework allows advanced functionality and performance from more powerful discharges and improved stability. The V4 has an internal rechargeable battery, allowing offline attacks where the host system is not turned on. 6. Adafruit Bluefruit LE Sniffer. Adafruit Bluefruit LE Friend is programmed with a special firmware image that turns it into an easy-to-use Bluetooth low-energy sniffer. We can passively capture data exchanges between two Bluetooth low-energy devices, pushing the data into Wireshark, the open-source network analysis tool, where you can visualize things on a packet level, with useful descriptors to help us make sense of the values without having to crack open the 2,000-page Bluetooth 4.0 core specification every time. We can only use this device to listen on Bluetooth low-energy devices. It will not work on classic Bluetooth devices. Firmware V2 is an improved firmware from Nordic that now has better Wireshark streaming sniffer software that works with all OS for live-streamed BLE sniffing. The sniffer firmware cannot be used with the Nordic DFU bootloader firmware, means that if we want to reprogram this device, we must use a J-Link and an SWD programmer board. We cannot over-the-air reprogram it. 7. Proxmark 3 NFC RFID card reader. Owning a Pro Mark III means owning the most powerful and complete device. RFID NFC or LF and HF testing in 125 kHz, 134 kHz, 13.56 MHz. These devices can read the data of RFID and NFC cards and then copy them. We can write the latest copies on blank cards provided with this package. If we need more, we can purchase more blank cards on Amazon. Therefore, investing more money in upgrading is not a bad idea. To improve its range, we need extended range antennas for LF and HF. Another new and nice advancement is the Blue Shark Bluetooth 2.0 upgrade, which permits controlling the Proxmark 3 wirelessly and adding an outer battery to construct a liberated Proxmark 3 that can be connected and controlled from your PC or smartphone. The Walrus NFC app has been updated to permit control by Bluetooth. It also fixes the high temperature concerns by adding a metal cooler. 8. RTL SDR. RTL SDR is a very affordable software-defined radio that uses a DVB-T TV tuner dongle based on the RTL2832U chipset. It can be used to intercept radio frequencies. We can use it for listening to others' conversations. It is also able to intercept GSM mobile calls and SMS. Turn your PC, phone, or tablet into a radio scanner ham radio receiver that can receive nearly all RF signals. Compatible with Mac OS, Windows, Linux, and Android, RTL SDR V5 can be used for the reception of broadcast AM radio, broadcast FM radio, shortwave radio, CB radio, public security radio, trunked radio, air traffic control, ACARS, ADS-B, AIS, POCSAG, NOAA, and GOES weather satellites, weather balloons, radio metrograph, DAB radio, Inmarsat, Iridium, DVB-T video, and so much more. The best performing low-cost RTL SDR is handy anywhere. Compared with RTL SDR V3, HF-SNR is advanced by up to 15 dB, VHF and UHF SNR is refined by up to 6 dB. Tuning accuracy is improved by an average of 4 times, and the frequency range is expanded down to 100 kHz. V5 has a frequency capability of 100 kHz to 1.75 GHz and up to 3.2 MHz of instantaneous bandwidth. It is very useful for cybersecurity experts. 9. Microcontrollers. There are lots of microcontrollers used by ethical hackers. Some of them are must-haves in an ethical hacker's backpack. ESP8266 is a 6 USD Wi-Fi development board that can be used in various ways. We can make Wi-Fi deauthor on our own. It can also be used to create phishing pages over Wi-Fi. This tiny microcontroller is one of the best choices for ethical hackers. We can make our own DIY USB rubber ducky. Arduino Pro Micro is a really good thing at a very low price. But to change the script, we must reset and upload a new script from our computer. 10. Hardware keylogger. A hardware keylogger can be inserted between a USB keyboard and a computer. It captures all the keystrokes made from the keyboard, which must have a thing for every cybersecurity expert. This is a basic hardware keylogger. It has 16 MB storage, which is sufficient to capture keystrokes for a year generally. Later, we can remove it and plug on our computer to read the keystrokes. Some keyloggers come with Wi-Fi controlling and SMS controlling functionality. No software can detect it's there. Which one do you think is the best to own? Would having these instruments make you look cool? Or will it help you in being an amazing hacker? Comment down what your concerns are when looking for a hacking gadget. Until then, adios.